simpler than it looks on first sight. I think we have well, it is a little more do you keep all this stuff together? You never separate? Okay, folks, you have to give me a moment to get my inspiration. And I'm praying for it. Did you make these? How long did it take you to make that? Isabella, you're a patient girl. Do all that heavy work and detail work. Now, are these the keys to your mother's car? Your mom's work. Ooh. That's dangerous. Are there secret things in there? You know, Jesus said something one time about the keys to the kingdom when he was talking to Peter. And a lot of people have thought that what he meant was that Peter controls who gets in and who doesn't to the kingdom, because there are a lot of jokes that people tell about when they die and go to heaven, that St. Peter's standing at the gate to decide whether to let them in or to say, be gone. Well, what he meant by that, what Jesus meant by that when he told Peter, I give you the keys to the kingdom, was I've given you a lot of responsibility. Because, you know, your mother trusted you when she gave you these keys, didn't she? And Jesus was trying to tell Peter that he trusted him. And Peter made a statement right after that in which he made the strongest confession of faith in Christ of anybody that is recorded in the Bible. He said, my Lord and my God. Short one, but it's power-packed. So when you get keys like this, it might be to the kingdom of your mommy. And she might have a lot of goodies in her desk. And if you're really good and show yourself to be faithful like Peter, you might get all those goodies. Isabella, thank you so much for bringing that. Isn't she great? Now you got a deal with
So, if you know me, I don't like this at all, so bear with me. Okay, so my name is CJ Winslow. I am 16 years old, and I'm a junior at Central Bucks West High School. The rest of my life has been spent, like many other children, at school, home, and watching Jersey Shore. No, maybe that was a little off topic, but it got you all to laugh, so my first objective was pretty good. My second objective is to show you all why it's good to be grateful. Now, I know you have all heard from your parents say that you should be more grateful, and they're right, but I don't think they get the message across strong enough, because when your parents tell you to be more grateful, it just seems like they're telling you to do something, like your chores or go to bed. The reading from the Old Testament we read earlier pointed out the reason it is important to be grateful. In the story, when Jonah left Nineveh, he sat and God gave him a bush to shade him. But the next day, when the bush was gone, Jonah became angry, and so God punished Jonah for not being grateful for what he gave him. At the end of the story, when Jonah was on the brink of death, God asks, is it right to be angry about the bush, a bush for which you did not labor and did not grow? Because of Jonah's ungratefulness, God criticized and later punished him. This is why it is important for everyone to be thankful for what we have. Living in a community like ours, it is sometimes difficult to realize what the rest of the world is like. So let me share some insight into the world. 1/6 of the people in the world live in poverty. That's over 1.4 billion people, mostly in Africa, South America, and parts of Asia. These people live off of $1.25 a day. To put it in perspective, the average American spends about $40 to $100 every day. Only 1/2 of the children in Africa receive a formal education, and 1/3 of those children do not complete school. Everyone in the United States has a free access to elementary and secondary education, and almost everyone finishes high school to move on to college. I know many of you reluctantly go to school and don't like it that much, but imagine how many friends have you made at school and all the experiences and good times you've had while at school. Now imagine what it would be like if you didn't have those memories or any of those good friends that you made. That is something to be grateful for. That is something that not many people realize they would miss until they don't have it anymore. And school isn't the #1 thing kids complain about today, and it's their parents. And trust me, I know how you feel. They can get a little annoying. If they aren't nagging you about homework, then they're nagging you about chores. If they're not nagging you about chores, then nagging you about watching too much TV or just texting too much. But the thing about having loving parents is that they're there for you every minute of every day. They're there for you through thick and thin. Now, what would it be like if that wasn't the case? In Africa, there are more than 48 million children who have lost their parents. 12 million of those children lost their parents to HIV and AIDS. But think of everything that our parents do for us. They do so much that we would not be who we are today without them. Now, I think that, more than anything else, is something to be grateful for. So I want everyone to go home today and give their parents a big hug and just say thank you, or I love you, because I wouldn't want to think what life would be like without my parents.